How's everybody doing? I have a number of announcements about some upcoming things you're going to be seeing on this channel, some updates about the trips that are happening, an updated opportunity for a meetup here in the next couple of weeks, and also a collab that's happening, and we're going to do some opening of I want to show you some of the stuff that people have been sending me lately. So let's get right to it. Let's dive in. First of all, some of you have already heard about the 2 trips that we have planned, and there are more in the works. These 2 particular trips both involve going to Europe. They're both done through an organization that specializes in organizing trips for people to go with their favorite content creators and YouTube personalities, things like that. First one is in October. That is Munich, Germany, as well as Salzburg, the Eagle's Nest, Hitler's Eagle's Nest, and Vienna, Austria. That's in mid-October. That one's mostly fully booked. We have 2 spots available. We have 22 people who are booked, fully paid, ready to go. And you have until August 22nd to book one of those 2 remaining slots. You do have to pay in full at this point to do that, just because we're inside of 90 days. I will put links in the description to both of those trips, the videos where I announced those trips, which will have me sharing some of the details. And then those videos will have the links in the description where you can go and actually look at the itinerary, look at the information, and book a spot on those trips. The second one is Italy. That's next April. We have 7 spots available in that one, 17 who are booked already. And that's going to involve Rome, Vatican City, Florence. And then at the end of that trip, we're going to stay a couple extra days, go down to Pompeii, try to see Anzio and Monte Cassino if we can. All the details are in the videos for those. Check those out. Also, this Sunday, I'm waiting to confirm the times, but the collaboration that you have all been waiting for is finally happening. Me and Mr. Terry are going to be doing a live stream together. We're going to be reacting to some history memes that his folks on Discord have been setting aside some of their favorite ones, and we're going to be reacting to some of those. Can't give you the details yet, but most likely Sunday afternoon sometime. We are trying to plan it so that it'll work for folks in the States, but also not too late so that our friends in Europe will be able to see it as well. It will be available afterwards to watch, so if you miss it live, you'll still be able to see it. We're going to be doing 2 of those. We're going to do one on his channel, one on my channel. I don't know which one's going to be which this Sunday, but I will post those details as soon as I know them, the time and which channel it's going to be on. But we'll be doing one on his channel, one on my channel. I'm excited to finally be able to do that. We've been talking about it for months, just have been waiting for the times when our schedules would permit that. So that's happening. Also, got a really cool opportunity coming up in early to mid-August where I'm going to be heading to Lexington, Virginia. There's a ton of history there. Virginia Military Institute. Stonewall Jackson was buried there. He lived there, taught at VMI. Robert E. Lee is buried there on the campus of Washington and Lee University. Last time I was in Lexington was actually when I was in college and I ran a track meet at Washington and Lee University. So I'm excited to go back. The home, it's a historic home that you can actually stay in. It's like a hotel now. But it's the home that was used as Stonewall Jackson's home in Gods and Generals. So if you've seen those scenes where he's at home, that's where I'm going to be staying. And I'm going to be there for several days. I've been invited to come there. We're going to make some videos on the property showing it to you. They've asked me to come and stay there for free, but then in return, I'm going to give them some free advertising, and we're going to show the history, talk about the history of that place, and we're going to spend a couple days doing the history of Lexington. We'll go to VMI, we'll go to Jackson and Lee's graves, we'll go to some of the other sites in the area in the Shenandoah Valley, and we are going to do a meetup there. It'll probably be like start around lunchtime and go through dinner. We can have dinner together. I will provide the details as soon as I can nail down the dates. We have dates kind of penciled in, but I'm not entirely sure it works for my family. So we're trying to work that out with my family's schedule. As soon as I know, I will announce the exact date that meetup will be. It'll probably be like a Wednesday or Thursday. So it's going to be during the week, so I know it might not work for everybody, but I'll try to give you a couple of weeks in advance notice for that. Excited to be able to do that. There's some other stuff that's coming, and I should mention too about the trip in Vienna. This is kind of cool. You know that I've been on a couple of trips with the guys from We Happy Few 506. guys who are actors in Band of Brothers, like Matt Leach, who played Floyd Talbert. There'll probably be some others as well, but they're doing a tour in Austria in October, and I believe they're putting the tickets on sale for that this week. Well, they're going to be in Salzburg the same 2 nights that my tour is going to be in Salzburg. So we're going to be at the Eagle's Nest the same day that they go to the Eagle's Nest. So not only do you get to hang out with me for the week on that trip, you're going to get to meet Matt from Band of Brothers. JD from the History Underground and Eric Dorr are going to be on that tour as well. So you'll get to meet them. We have nothing planned in the evenings in Salzburg on our tour, so we can hang out with them in the evening as well. I was actually just talking to Matt about that this morning. We're trying, he intentionally wanted to try and coordinate that so our tours could be there at the same time, and they made that happen. So I'm grateful for him doing that. That's kind of an added bonus for those who are going to be on that tour. So, all right, I want to show you a few of the things that have been sent to me lately, and I'm just so grateful again that so many people have just been incredibly thoughtful. I've gotten things like hats and t-shirts and flags, like you see the Austro-Hungarian flag hanging in the background there. It's one of a number of flags that have been sent to me. People have been sending me medals, books on topics that I'm really excited to dive into, challenge coins, really cool stuff. So this first one comes from Roger Ponder in Missouri. And he actually sent me, this is I believe this is a Vietnam service medal with 4 combat stars on it. Really, really cool stuff. And I'll try to just let you see that up close. Hopefully it focuses okay. But a Vietnam service medal, 4 combat stars on it. Just amazing. I don't have anything from Vietnam. So this is my first bit of memorabilia from Vietnam. Very, very grateful, Roger, for you sending me that. This one, and like I said, I can't remember how much of this I've shown before or not shown before. So I'm trying not to double up on things. And if you sent me something I haven't shown, please let me know. Or if I show something that doesn't have a name, because some of this stuff doesn't have a name on it, let me know if it was you that sent it. So this is really awesome. This is the Literary Digest, and it is from Funk and Wagnall's company in New York and London. This is dated December 21st, 1918. It's a magazine from the end of the First World War. Absolutely amazing, and I am just grateful beyond belief, Tony, for sending me that. And Tony sent a note with that, and please, if you do send me something, please send me a note or at least something just telling me who you are and telling me a little bit about why you chose to send what you sent to me, because I love those personal touches. I love that personal connection, and it means the world to me. I know some of you send me stuff like from Amazon, so you don't really have that option, and that's okay. But also, let's take a look here. This is some stuff from, and this one came with really a lot of stuff, and I've read every word of it, and so I'm grateful for that. And I want to make sure I get your name right. This is from Alex, and he gave me his last name, but I won't read that. He said just go by Alex from Wayback History or from the Apolitical World Map on YouTube. So if you check out Wayback History or the Apolitical World Map, that stuff. And I wore one of his t-shirts in a video a few days back. So you may have noticed when I wore a t-shirt that had the W on it like that, that was one of the ones that he sent me. So I'm grateful for that. This is a hat from Fort Stevens. So that's really cool too. And every one of these things, he kind of talked about why he sent me what he did. So thank you so much for that, Alex. I really appreciate it. A couple of books I want to share with you guys that have been sent to me. And these ones, I don't have names for who sent them to me. So if it was you, please let me know in the comment section. But this is really cool. This is No Surrender, My 30-Year War, Hiro Onoda. I'm assuming, I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but this is the Japanese soldier who didn't know that the war had ended and continued going on believing that the war was still going on. So it's translated into English. So I'm really excited to dive into this because this is an area of history I don't know nearly enough about. I've got so much great reading material ahead. I'm excited about it. So this one here does come with a note, but it doesn't say who specifically sent this one to me, so it doesn't have a name. So if it was you, again, please let me know. The Empire Strikes South, Japan's Air War against Northern Australia. So excited to, again, dive into some Japanese history during the Second World War. World War II in the Pacific is an area that I'm super interested in and that I super know nothing about. So I know the big stuff, but I've got a lot to learn. So this is going to help me a lot to be on my way to doing that. So now this is pretty cool. I've talked a while about wanting to do a video retracing the steps of John Hunt Morgan's raid into the North during the Civil War because he surrendered about a half hour from where I live, and I drive past the surrender site every Sunday going to church. So this is a book about Morgan's raid, but what's cool about this is that the author has the same last name as me, and it's even spelled the same way, David Mowry, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm really excited to read that, and I will definitely read this before I do my video series on Morgan's raid, which I hope will be sooner rather than later. And then I have one more I want to show today. And this is particularly cool because this comes from Matthew Normand. And why does that matter? Because the book is by Matthew Normand. This is The Runners, Revelation, The Runners, by Matthew Normand. And I'll just read a little bit about this. So this is about a youth in the wastelands destined to forever tend to a farmhouse his forefathers have maintained for centuries. However, when a series of events upheaves his mundane life, the young farmer is thrust into a mercenary group by the name of the Runners, a cast of characters struggling with personal tragedies and selected for an almost impossible task, the search for the long-lost gems of the Walker. So there's Matthew right there on the back. So Matthew, thank you for that. And I'm going to read this one and I'm going to pass it on to my kids because they are really into fiction books as well. So if you've sent me something and you haven't seen it in any of the previous videos, let me know. That way I'll know, and I'll follow up with another one here in the next couple of days. Oh, I do have one last thing I need to mention. Because my friend Matt Baker over at Useful Charts, he reached out to me because I said when I was reacting to the series on Christian denominations, I said on that series, I said, as soon as he comes out with this chart, I'm ordering that chart. Well, before they even went on sale, Matt reached out to me and said, hey, what's your address? I want to send you a chart. Not only did he send me the Christian denominations chart, he also sent me the biblical family tree chart, and he sent me 3 of each of them. So that tells me it's time for giveaways. So very soon we're going to be doing some giveaways so I can give away those extra copies of those charts. That'll be 4 charts I'll be able to give away. So thank you, Matt. Matt has been so gracious in his support of me. And he has tweeted out links to my reactions to his videos, and that's what I love about this. 95% of the channels that I do reactions to, probably 99%, are so awesome. And a lot of these guys have become friends of mine, and we are fans of each other. We're all on the same team. We're all trying to teach history. We're all trying to get the word out about things we're passionate about. So thank you for that, Matt. And thank you to all of you. The mailing address to my office, where I do all my recording, it's not my home address, but it's my office address, is available in the description. If you have something you want to send to me, you can do that there. And like I said, if you sent me something but you haven't seen it yet in one of these videos, let me know so I can make sure I cover that in the next video. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.